Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Reverse Sweep Show. This is your host SS, and joining me as ever is my co-host AB. After a short vacation, we are back with an exciting episode. How have you been, AB? Have you been watching any cricket while you have been vacationing?
All good, SS. Had an amazing vacation, a short one, but much needed, and came back with refreshed energy. And on the cricketing front, yeah, I've been following the South Africa versus England series, a little bit of it, though not a lot. An amazing start to his ODI career, Matthew Bretzke. I don't know if you have been following, but I think the perfect start that anyone can have to an ODI career. 5 matches, I think 550 plus scores back to back.
Of course, I have
He's
been
a
following. He's LSG blood, after all.
Yeah, and with that, back at USS, what have you been following? How have you been? How was the vacation? And more importantly, what is the topic for today's episode?
Yeah, it's been quite good. Quite a lovely vacation somewhere in Western Europe and still keeping tabs on what cricket. Of course, keeping tab on Britske and South Africa, who have been doing very well. I was reading a tweet yesterday. Keshav Maharaj is like prime Bishan Singh Bedi these days. Also, an exciting series before the Asia Cup happening between Pakistan, Afghanistan, and UAE. Afghanistan doing Afghanistan things, always creating problems for the top nations, and there will be an Afghanistan Pakistan final probably as well. So looking forward to that. And yeah, speaking of Asia Cup, we see Hardik Pandya getting ready with his hairstyle. Indian team looking to rock. I think Indian team just landed as well to play the Asia Cup. And this is what we are going to look in terms of creating our next set of content. You would be seeing a lot of reels and posts coming through from our handles on social media. And today we are looking at the T20 format. Asia Cup is happening in that format, and we are going to do a hypothetical 11, but more in the draft mode format, looking at all-time Asia T20I. So this is the topic for today, but before we dive into it, we need to also set up how we are going to approach it. Are there any constraints around it? AB, over to you on that.
Quick timeout. If you are loving this dive into cricket's wild twists and turns, hit that like button and subscribe to the Reverse Sweep Show.
And if you've got that one friend who can't stop talking about cricket, share this episode with them and bring them into the squad.
Yeah, the approach is what we always do for the OG viewers. They would know how we approach these draft picks. We do a toss. The person who gets the first pick gets to pick one person. And then we go snake style with everyone getting two picks. In the end, we'll also pick a captain, vice captain, a 12th man, and potentially a coach as well. And then, of course, we comment on each other's teams, a quick take on how SS has performed and how I have performed. And when it comes to constraints, we are going to focus primarily on international performances, not as much focus on the domestic leagues across the world, because we are looking at Asia 11 all time. So we are considering players who have played T20Is for all the Asian countries throughout. So we won't pick up players who have not had a very prominent T20I career. So for example, we'll not pick up Wasim Akram or Sachin Tendulkar. That is for sure. And plus, we are going to prioritize international performances and not domestic. So we are looking at that. Now, with that said, SS, I want to understand from you what are your principles and also get a sense of your strategy for today's draft pick.
Yeah, we have done some T20I centric episodes even in season one, and we talked a lot about how to think about T20I cricket. And I'm going to be close to those principles. Those principles have not evolved that much because we still feel those remain valid. Looking for an explosive batting lineup, less of anchors as better. Maybe we will choose anchors because there are a lot of anchors in Asian cricket. But yeah, long batting lineup, multi-skill, and bowlers who make a difference, whether it's by their angle, whether it's by their form of bowling. But yeah, creating a long batting lineup which is explosive enough to chase down any target or set big targets. That's the norm. How about you?
I picked the word angles there. I think that tells me a lot about your strategy, SS. Yeah, but on a similar line, explosive batting lineup, a long batting lineup, a balanced team with some all-rounders in between. Match winners. I want match winners in my team who can close the match with the bat or with the ball. Just want genuine wicket takers in there. So
Intent
that
will
is
be
my
the main word, I think, once we.
intent. Absolutely. And there's so many players for that, right? Across all these teams. So with that said, SS, let's start with the toss. I think you have the figurative coin.
Yeah,
So
it's your
let me
call.
know.
What do you want to pick, heads or tails?
I'll go with tails.
Okay, the flick is on, and it comes as tails. So you get the first pick, the all important first pick. You have host of choices in front of you, spoiled for choices. Which is your first pick, AB?
I was actually secretly hoping that I don't get the first pick because it's because it's probably the toughest. But anyways, I think for the first pick, I go with the one spinner who has created the most
Wow.
impact in this format, and he's not from India, not from Pakistan. He's from there in Afghanistan. So I go with Rashid Khan. I think his stats read he's the leading wicket taker in T20 13 or something average with an
Crazy.
economy of 6. I just had to pick him, not just for his bowling, but also for the impact that he can bring in with the bat,
Yeah.
playing at number 8. So
And
that
already
is
a
my pick.
leadership option as well. He's probably the greatest five T20 cricketers of all time. If you include domestic, he's picked what, 600 wickets or something? He'll probably pick 1,000 wickets. People say he's regressed in the last 2 years, probably came a little bit back from his injury, but he's still, I think, the OG great of T20 cricket. So I'm not surprised with that pick, even though you had a lot of options. I would have picked him as well. Great pick, AB.
Now over to you, SS. I'm afraid you get 2 picks and you pick up 2 players that I would have really wanted in my team. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I can. This is it. I mean, even though my principle was a long batting lineup, explosive batting lineup, but there are certain bowlers you don't want to ignore. And that's what I'm thinking as well. Should I pick those bowlers and let the batters come to me naturally with the flow of the draft exercise? And I think I'm going to go that way actually. So I'm going to pick Jussie. Uh,
I have to.
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to lose him to you after you have picked Rashid. I mean, again, uh, economy within the sixes, I think, can pick up wickets at any point. Captain can call him to bowl the opening spell within the power play, in the mid overs, at the fag end with those Yorkers, slow balls, a lot of variations. There's this aura factor as well. Players can't attack him, they just want to play him out. It can build up pressure. The other bowlers can pick up wickets. He's genuinely world class in all formats, but T20I is where he made his bread after all his exploits for Mumbai Indians. So Bumrah, it is as no-brainer as you can have. So Jassi Bhai, we always trust in him. So Jassi Bhai makes the cut for me. The second pick is actually a bit more confusing. Should I double down over here? Should I go look at batting? But I think I will look at batting at this front, and I want to lock in an opener. I'll go with Virat Kohli. Um, I think I was looking recently at his record. I know averages are not something that we really focus on in T20 cricket and T20I cricket. I think he's one of the rare players whose average in T20 is greater than ODI and is greater than Test. It's almost flipped because it's almost 47, 48. He's got a 48 average in T20I cricket. Strike rate, which has also improved, 137 now, which is really good. So he's anchor-ish and not anchor. So he can be top of the order for me. So VK and Jassi Bhai, my two picks.
Amazing SS. I thought you were going to have at least one of these 2 players in your picks. Jasprit Bumrah, he's I think probably the most complete bowler, pace bowler of the entire T20I generation of players. And so you have to pick him. That was an absolute no-brainer. And with what he did
Yeah,
last year in that T20 World Cup, it's absolutely impossible to ignore him as your first
absolutely.
pick.
And both Rashid and Bumrah, and more so Bumrah, take the pitch out of the equation. They are like Tavi Shastri,
Definitely.
pitch ko nikalo type, and they
Yeah.
can absolutely be ruthless in any condition. So yeah, happy with my two picks. Over to you now, AB.
And Virat, I also have to comment on Virat. He gives you so much of substance at the top of the order,
Yeah,
something around which you can build your explosive batting order. And plus, he also brings you that match winning experience with what he did at MCG in the T20 World Cup final.
yeah,
It's very rare to find it in some other players. So amazing picks, SS, and you have definitely put me on the back foot with these 2 picks. But since you have already picked up Bumrah, I want to pick up a similar bowler from down south. I don't want to
knew
risk you
it.
having both of them.
I wanted to go for both of them in my first. Just lock it up. Just lock it up. And that was the other. But then I was like, okay, I need to have a really good batter because I ultimately want to build explosive batting. So, I mean, you had to pick him.
Yeah, so I have to pick up Lasat Malinga. There's no way I can leave him there. And then, I was talking about building a good team balance. So I really I'm looking at an all-rounder, and there are so many all-rounders across the subcontinental teams, but the pace bowling all-rounder is such a rarity, and I want to pick the best pace bowling all-rounder, or rather an all-rounder who is good at both batting and bowling
Yeah,
equally. So I have to go with Hardik Pandya because he's a one of a kind player.
yeah, yeah,
I cannot leave him, and I can find replacements for other players, but not Hardik Pandya. I don't think so,
yeah.
unless you come up with someone and completely bamboozle me in this draft pick. But I go with Hardik. Right now, I'll probably
That's a
slot him
really good.
at number 6.
I think it's a really good pick because you said it. It's very hard to find comparable replacements for Hardik. I wouldn't be able to find. I would have to look somewhere else. So really good pick. Maybe I know Malinga was coming. I mean, I had a choice. I decided not to do that. Amazing. I mean, again, economy must be in the fives and sixes. I haven't checked it, but amazing. And Hardik, yeah, I even if his strike rate might not be the best, it might not be reaching 150s, but he's got two skill sets, game changer, has done it at the big stage, and no other guy you can pick instead of him. So it was a fair pick.
And just the amount of balance that he gives to the team, that is
Yeah.
immense. At the value that he brings, that you can pick the other players that you want to pick, that is invaluable. So I had to go with him. Now over to USS. Who are your next two picks? There are so many options.
So many options. I am again first looking at the batting. I am going to go with the new Mr. 360, Surya Sky. He can
Uh,
slot in at number three. And
that pinches me that you have taken away Sky and Jasprit Bumrah and Virat Kohli.
yeah, very India-centric picks for me right now, but it speaks volumes about how Indian T20I cricket has progressed, the world champions. He's an average of 38, but the most important thing is a strike rate of 167 in T20Is. That's crazy.
Amazing, insane.
Even though in the bilateral series he has struggled a bit against England of late, but any podcast that you listen to, any T20I analysis that you read about, everyone around the world raves about Surya Kumar Yadav. So there's a lot of peer respect as well. He can instantly change the match. He can instantly, of course, change the line and length of the bowlers, spinners or fast bowlers with those back 45 shots that he plays around the ground. So Sky is my first pick of this round.
I think Sky is one of the best middle order batters that I have seen, middle over
Yeah,
batters that I have seen. Like the way, as you mentioned, he can offset the ballers, line and lengths, manipulate the field. I don't think there's anyone else who comes close to Sky at this moment. And plus, he is also an amazing fielder. SS, who can forget that catch in the T20 World Cup against South Africa.
correct. For my second pick, I am looking at who can I go for. I am looking at bowlers who can make a difference, even though they might not bat really well, but still they are game changers. I've got a couple of spinners that I'm looking at because you have picked the big spinner. Maybe you will not go for them again, but I just want to make sure that I am covered. I'm going to go with Kuldeep Yadav on this one. Kuldeep, part of the Kulcha folklore, but he has carved out his own in T20I cricket. I think he has a better record than UZ on all T20I metrics. Almost again sub 7 economy, picks up a lot of wickets. He is the India's go-to man when they have to pick up wickets in middle overs in both ODI and T20 cricket, but more in T20I cricket. Doesn't provide a lot with the batting. He has improved a bit. That's why sometimes he doesn't play certain games in certain formats. But when it comes to T20I think he's a gem, and I think he can compete very well with your Rashid pick, pound for pound. So I am going to pick Kuldeep.
For sure. I mean, Kuldeep in like if it's an Asia Cup, I assume the pitches will be subcontinental
Yeah,
pitches, will be a bit spin friendly, and Kuldeep with his left arm bowling and with his skill set is absolutely hard to ignore. So an amazing pick at that. And now I'm looking at my team. I have an all rounder, I have a spinner, I have a pacer. I need to fortify my batting. You have already picked up Virat Kohli, so I have to go with the other Indian opener. So
yeah,
I have to select Rohit Sharma. And we all know what he brings to the table. He's a leading run getter right now, if I'm not wrong, in T20Is,
correct.
even though he has retired. Very explosive batter. We know what he did against Australia to Mitchell Stark in the last World Cup. So those are the kind of innings, the impact innings that he brings. Also a leadership candidate for me.
Yeah.
So Rohit Sharma is my first pick.
Mr.
Now for
Intent,
my
140
Mr. Intent
strike
for
rate
sure.
as well. I mean, I was looking at very close between Rohit and Virat. I think I went with Virat more consistent, but you went for the more explosive option. Even though the strike rates are very similar when it comes to T20I cricket now because Virat has caught up. But I mean, Rohit is Rohit, and you get a captaincy option as well. Amazing with Mumbai Indians as well. Has won a World Cup now, so he's the obvious leadership choice now for you as well. So yeah.
Definitely. And now I am thinking I can just pick up my second pacer and lock in my pace bowling. That is one option. Or I should look at probably another batter. But I think at this point of time, I want that X factor player with the ball, because I do feel that bowlers are an essential part of winning a T20 match or a tournament. So I go with the middle overs enforcer from
Yeah.
Pakistan. I go with Harris Rauf
I know you like him a
with
lot,
his
but he has got a great record. I think he's also, and I think his economy is a bit high, but he's wicket taker, as you said.
definitely.
Uh,
So over to USS.
yeah, I mean, speaking of Haris Rauf, I was just thinking, I think I think in the Australia series they went down and they played very well, and he was picking up a lot of wickets. But then there was this 1.5 years spell where he wasn't, uh, he had regressed a bit. He wasn't performing to his potential and the initial potential he had shown. But I think middle overs, picking wickets from Asia, there are very few bowlers you can look at. I looked at Kuldeep because I looked at from the spin angle, but from an enforcer angle, I think Haris is a really good pick.
Imagine a partnership of Rashid Khan and Harris Rauf in between.
I
You
mean,
you
your
lose
bowling looks amazing. Hardik, Rashid,
and
Haris, and Lasith.
Malinga to close the match. If you lose
Yeah.
a few early wickets against this bowling attack, they will just choke you down.
Yeah, I think I'm not worried about the bowling now because you have actually picked a lot of bowlers, so I can leave it out there because we are not picking a squad, we are picking effectively a 12. So I'm going to focus a bit on the batting so that I can improve that. I'm going to pick a very, yeah, I'm just worried about my opening whether I make it too conservative at the top. That's the problem. I'm looking at someone who has made a lot of runs, probably again in the top 5, top 10. Doesn't have a great strike rate around 125, but I think he's going to be a good pick. But then the other option is also really attractive as well. He's also really good. Okay, I'm like really confused now already. I am
Which
going to.
which direction are you inclined towards? Is it India centric to one of the shades of green or the
That's
shade of
another
blue
angle
down
now.
below?
That's another angle. I don't want to keep picking Indian cricketers as well. I want to pick some other cricketers as well from other Asian teams as well. Let's do it this way. I am going to pick Mohammad Rizwan as my second opener. He is going to be the wicketkeeper as well. Very consistent in T20I cricket. Has again an average like Virat Kohli around 48. So I'm guaranteed runs at the top. I'm very guaranteed runs. It's about the intent. I hope Virat with his 137 strike rate can provide because Rizwan is a little slower than Kohli, but he gives me the wicketkeeper
Only
option.
if you miss the power play against this team against my bowling attack, SSU run into Harris Rauf, Rashid
Harrison.
Khan, and
No, but
Lasith
then
Malinga.
yeah, then I have Sky. Then I have Sky as well
Yeah, you have Sky. Yeah,
to
you have Sky.
counterbalance. So I'm going to pick him. Now I'm looking at an all-rounder. I've got two spin all-rounders in my mind that are coming through. One has a better record, a longer, but yeah, I'm going to pick. Let's see. I'm going to actually going to go with KL Rahul at 4 with Sky at 3. So I'm going to push Sky up at 3 and KL Rahul at 4. KL Rahul has a strike rate of 140. An average of 38. Again, guaranteeing runs. Even though now I feel that a couple of my picks are
Your
going anti intent. But
explosive batting order.
but I think KL Rahul is a fine pick. If he gets going, he can, and he is also somebody who can come up the order if need be. But I think at number 4, I think is very solid as well. He's got a really good T20I record. As simple as that. It's just that sometimes with this new modern Indian cricket team that's there, he loses a bit of a gloss. But I think yeah, I'm happy with KL Rahul as a pick.
Hmm. Those are interesting picks, SS. I thought he would leave out one of them for me to pick up as an opener to pair up with Rohit Sharma. But yeah, definitely you have that class and that quality in your top order right now. And with Sky coming in and scoring those quick runs, I think your team definitely has that um run scoring ability at a quick pace as well. Now, when I look at our two teams, you have picked up all the batters, so maybe I will defer picking up those batters for a later time. And I know the place where you need to strengthen your team, and that is where I'll pick up a few players. I'll pick up one player who has always been an X factor for Indian team, an amazing match winner and very hard to ignore. He can pitch in with the
Yeah.
tough overs. He can float around the batting order when the batting order needs to be lengthened, when you need that right left combination. He is an amazing fielder, and we all saw the impact that he created in that final with the bat when he came to partner with Virat Kohli, scored those crucial runs, and also with the ball. So I go with Akshar Patel right
Oh,
now as
I
my
was thinking
number.
you are going to go with the other Gujju.
Uh, Surprisingly, Ravindra Jadeja hasn't had that good a T20I career.
Oh,
Like
wow.
if you look at it, I go with Akshar Patel just for the impact that he has had in the big matches.
Very solid pick. I was about to actually go with the other Gujju in the last round, but I decided not to. So I thought that you were
Hmm.
really going for Jadeja. You said everything about it, and then he's so like to like Jaddu and Aksa that you could say everything and then say, not Jaddu, I'm going with Aksa.
Yeah, I mean, it's so like that. We were discussing once that the only thing that Aksa needs to do more to replicate is the sport fighting celebration.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
Now, now is where it gets tough. Either I can.
You could
So I
lock your
have
bowling.
two spinners. I have two spinners. I want to see if I want to pick up an additional spinner, or is that good enough, or whether I need an additional pace bowler. I can definitely lock in my bowling. Um, or for batting, what are the options that I have? Because you have already picked up most of the top batters. I think Babar Azam at the top is definitely a good shout,
Yeah,
specifically when I pair him with Rohit Sharma.
yeah,
One is
exactly.
intent, one is a substance, class, can score runs, can create partnerships. That is an option. Or I can look at a few players closer
You
to
can
the.
go for Abhishek Sharma if you feel.
There are so many options, right? I think one player that I truly like is also Tilak Verma. I don't think that will be a bad shout. He definitely has that class, can
You're picking a
replicate
lot of
what Surya
modern
Kumar Yadav
players.
is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fair pick. Tilak has a
Uh,
very good 155 strike rate actually. That's really strong.
yeah. Otherwise, if I just go back a little in the past, we have some options from Sri Lanka. Tilak Ratne Dilshan, hard to ignore, can also pitch in with the ball.
He can
Can
open.
act as my third, can open, can also manipulate the field, right? With the Dil Scoop, I can potentially pick up Sangakara. Sangakara might not. I'll probably have to check the stats, but might not have the best of strike rates. But I definitely will score extra points when it comes to class in the batting order, and I bank it on Sangakara's genius to be able to figure out a way to score runs.
You can go with Sehwag actually. Sehwag it was like a great strike rate. Didn't play a long career in T20Is, but he was like
Yeah.
the OG. I didn't even think about it. I'm giving this pick to you. You can pick Viru.
Uh, but when you told me about Viru, I just struck a better pick for me, which also closes down on USS. So I go with Yuvraj Singh
Yeah,
at
Yuvraj was in my mind
number.
actually. I decided. So Yuvraj actually regressed a bit in his T20I career. I remember, yeah, we all remember the 2007 greatness, but we also remember the 2014 T20 World Cup final where he just couldn't get Kulasekara and Malinga away. But overall, his strike rate is still in the mid 120s, which is very surprising. But at his peak, of course, no, very few cricketers can touch him.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll go with
You have
this.
written it down.
Although
You
I
can't. You
realized,
can.
yeah, I realized that there was another player that I could have gone for, but okay, I'll take that risk. I have a few other players. So yeah, those are my picks. Akshar Patel and Yuvraj Singh. Yuvraj Singh can also bowl for me,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
that's
we all know what he
solid.
did with the bat.
Yeah, interesting. I think you have. Very interesting pick. Yuvraj was in my consideration list. I thought that if it comes, I will pick him. Uh, and I think we have locked down. You have to look at the second opener. I think I'm not worried. I'm going to look obviously in my big blank, which is 5 to 8. I am going to go with another spinner who can also tong the ball. Can be like Rashid Khan, counterweight as well when it comes to batting at least. I've got two options. One is both are non-Indians actually, and I'm just thinking which one is better for me.
You're not looking
I
at Jaddu?
No, actually not now. I think I'm going to look at someone who's a better wicket taker, I think, as well, and can smash the ball a bit as well. So I'm going to go in with Vanindu Hasaranga.
That's an
Striker,
amazing pick. I mean,
he's got what, 100 plus wickets. Economy also quite low, around 6, average of 13 as well, even though it doesn't matter a lot in T20I cricket, but can also smash. I think he's got an strike rate of about 130, 135, can come at number 8, make some crucial runs for me. So Hasaranga for me could be a good option to have. I have to still pick my 5, 6, and 7 who can bat a bit as well and make a lot of runs for me. I am going to lock you out of the second wicket keeper. I'm going to pick Rishabh Pant at number 5. Um, I wasn't interested in him at some point of time. I was like, okay, I have Rizwan, but I just needed to get lock you out of the wicket keeping option. So I thought I'll just pick Rishabh Pant. He doesn't have a great T20I record for that matter. I think we always can't. He's not been part of the Indian cricket team that goes to Asia Cup. But Pant can make fast runs, is a X factor game changer. Can pair up well with KL Rahul as well, left and right in the middle order and yeah, gives me another wicket keeping option. So Pant at 5 for me.
that's an interesting pick, SS. I didn't expect you to pick up Rishabh Pant specifically when you have MS Dhoni out on the table, and
You
I
can go
think
with Dhoni.
I have to go.
You have to go with
Yeah,
Dhoni
I'll
now.
have to go. I have to go with him. It's like you leave me with no other choice. Either I go with Dhoni, or for me, the wicket keeping option would be Sangakkara, which is the next pick. So I think my middle order is pretty much sorted. I have Yuvraj at 4, Dhoni at 5, Pandya at 6, and Aksar at 7. All Indian picks, but after that I have the bowlers. Rashid Khan, Harris Rauf, Lasat Malenga. Now I'm thinking, so I have three spin options: Rashid Khan, Aksar Patel, and also Yuvraj Singh. I think I'll be inclined to go with a pacer now. And we have been talking about variety and we have been talking about angles. So I have to pick someone that can bowl left arm pace, can bring the ball
I knew it
in.
was coming.
And with that, I'm actually inclined. Although there are some options even from India, there are some options from even Bangladesh. I still want to go with Pakistan option. I go with Shaheen Shah Afridi. We have seen what he can do when he has his rhythm going right. When the ball is swinging, he can make it really talk. If he can pick up wickets up front, then literally my bowling attack can just close the match down. So those are my two picks: MS Dhoni and Shaheen Shah Afridi.
I think Dhoni was something that I forced your hand to it. I wouldn't have picked Dhoni. I mean, he has a very good career in ODI cricket. T20I, he can obviously make runs. He has had impactful innings, but I think now as T20I cricket has evolved, we have found better options. But yeah, I think, but Dhoni, you have so much leadership stacked in your team. Now I can feel Dhoni will earn you
Absolutely.
10 more runs and 2 more wickets just by his captaincy. So that's a
Just
great
by his
plus that you have,
captaincy and his tactical genius.
especially when the
And he's an amazing
surroundings,
keeper.
amazing keeper and surroundings, keeping two spinners and the surroundings that we are going to play this hypothetical 11 in Asian conditions when spinning, he just knows what angles to protect. He knows how to, help out. In this case, Rashid Khan is going to keep against him and is going to give more inputs to him, and he can choke the opposition. He can choke this batting lineup that I have, which is a bit conservative, at least the top two. So fair pick. Shine Shah Afridi, I was looking into it as well from left arm option, but yeah, I didn't, and you picked him, so good on you. I have got now two picks, 6 and 7, and my number 11, which likely should be a fast bowler, but I'm now thinking about how can I optimize this. For number 6 and 7, I've got few all-rounders in my mind. I'm struggling to get a fast bowling all-rounder. I have got a couple of spin bowling all-rounders in my mind. I am going to pick Shakib. Long T20 cricketer, T20 cricketing experience for him, both for in IPL as well as for Bangladesh. Again, a leadership option. Doesn't have the explosive numbers when it comes to bat, but has economy of like close to seven, and he can bowl some couple of quick overs as well in the middle.
I can actually give you another option as a very interesting option in Shahid Afridi, in
Afridi is
case
in
you
my
want to
mind.
consider.
Afridi is in my mind, but I thought that he can give me a lot of quick runs and can explode. From a bowling capability, which is like his number one skill, which became, I think I'm pretty much covered. But I'll keep that in mind because I'm still not sure on what should be my next pick at number seven. There are a lot of options. I'm going to close down on my bowling actually, fast bowler. Uh, Speaking of left arm, we have got an Indian option who has done very well. Um, going to go a little left field. This is going to be an all Bangladesh pick round for me. I'm going to go with Mustafizur Rahman, the Fizz. The Fizz does very well in Asian conditions. Again, like a very low economy rate, can pick wickets. And Fizz and Bumrah, the Mumbai Indians effect coming in. I think this could be a really good, you know. Uh, Even though I'm a bit worried about my 9, 10, 11, none of them back. But Fizz is a wicket taker, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, and he can also ball the death overs for you. He's pretty
Yeah.
good at that. So
I
yeah,
wanted to
I
lock with
definitely.
Bumrah and Malinga, my death overs, but now I have Bumrah and Mustafizur. I think that's decent as well.
Yeah, but then there are a few options that he also left out. As we have to speak about those like Zahir Khan, an
Zahir
absolute
Khan,
genius of a bowler.
Arshdeep
The
Singh,
way
Shami,
he
Siraj, a lot of options.
Arshdeep, Shami, Siraj. You also have Naseem Shah.
Naseem Shah, a lot of options. We could do an unpicked as well.
Lots,
There's so many options.
definitely, definitely. And in fact, you can also look at Afghanistan, right? Fazalak Faruqi. We can
You
also
know
look at
what?
that.
We have been thinking, we spoke a lot about in our principles about creating explosive batting lineup and trying to elongate batting and pick batters. We have kind of still tried to optimize on our bowlings. We pick the best because we have a lot of batting options and we can pick any of them. It's almost gone through that, this exercise. And that's the fun of doing a draft.
Absolutely. So now I have to make my final two picks, numbers 2 and 3. And this is where it also gets a bit tricky for me because I'm looking at the options. Like there are so many class batters out there. As I said, Sangakkara is there. You mentioned Virender Sehwag. He's an amazing, amazing option at this spot.
Ahead of his
This team
time,
that I should look
even in
at,
T20 cricket.
even in T20 cricket, ahead of his time. I can go with some of the modern players from India. Abhishek Sharma is there. I can
Jaswal has a, I was looking at the stat,
Jaswal,
Jaswal has a
Gill.
strike rate of 164 and an average of 34. He just doesn't make the Indian team.
That is insane. I think because of the team balances where he misses out. But yeah, definitely inclined to go with Jaiswal. But I'm still thinking what are the other options that I have. I still have Sangakkara, can pick Jayawardene, but then again, not quick runs from a slightly older T20I era. I think Jaiswal is a definite pick that I want to go with. So number two for me would be Yashasvi Jaiswal. Also gives me the right and left
Yeah,
option.
underrated. I think still underrated in T20 cricket. I was looking one, I think
And
maybe because of Rajasthan Royals in the last 2 years, he's just been subdued in performance. But overall, his T20I record, as I said, 164 strike rate, 34 average.
amazing. And it's very difficult to look past the potential that he has. I think in the next over the next 5 or 6 years, he definitely will be there. He'll be an all-format player for India, and we have spoken about it. A definite unicorn of a player. Now for my number three spot, I definitely have a player that I really like from India in Tilak Varma. But I'm also looking at if there are potential options from some of the other countries in Asia.
Tamim Iqbal, Fakar Zaman.
Fakhar Zaman. Now, just thinking back about it, there's also Rahmanullah Gurbaz from Afghanistan.
Yeah,
He's a good pick.
he is a good pick. He is a good
He's a
pick.
good pick.
But does he make your all-time
But
Asia
he's
11?
not right now. Or probably I can also go with Shubman Gill at number three, but probably not. I think I go with Tilak Verma at number three. So
Nice.
my top order is all India centric,
Your
and rightfully
one
so,
to
I
seven,
feel.
1 to 7 is India.
Yeah. So I think I go with Tilak Verma at number three for the immense amount of potential that he has shown us, and he's also the new age T20I player. Can play
Yeah.
in all gears. can maneuver the game. So I go with Tilak Verma.
Yeah, that's a smart pick. Tilak has shown good potential. Again, 155 strike rate. So yeah, I've got on the strike rate front, you're pretty much covered with Jaiswal and Tilak Verma. They are going to make fast runs and both solid players. I have got now two picks. I think we have to pick 12, right? So I have got two picks coming our way. I have to pick a number seven and I have to pick number 12. Number seven, ideally, I was looking at my team. I have only five bowlers right now. So ideally, it has to be someone that bowls. So I cannot put Shakib a bit lower unless until I find a better batter because my top five don't bowl. I don't trust Virat Kohli's bowling, even though he claims he's a right arm fast medium. uh, I'm looking at one of the options that you suggested, uh, but I decided not to go. But maybe I can go now, even though that will be a bit like to Shakib Al Hasan. Uh, or I can go a bit different. I'm going to actually going to go with someone that I never thought I will pick. I will actually go with Shahid Afridi. Gives me a bit of
Had to
batting
pick him.
explosivity. And now I've got a left arm bowler in Shakib Al Hasan. I've got leg spinner conventional in Vanindu Hasaranga. Shahid Afridi also leg spinner, but he essentially is a medium pacer. And then I have got a classic Chinaman wrist spinner in Kuldeep. So that's my number seven pick. I'm just thinking for my number 12th pick, I have got obviously Jadeja in my mind who couldn't come in. I can also look at a batter as well who can make an impact and especially if I wanted some kind.
You should look at a pace bowler SS. You only have two in your 11.
Yeah, actually, yeah, a pace bowler will be better. I was thinking that I could go for a batter and replace out Rishabh or Mohammad Rizwan as well, instead and make them move to number 12. But yeah, now considering that I play both, I will look at a fast bowler and I will go with Mohammad Shami as my 12th.
Hmm. The big match player, the big tournament player.
Yeah,
That's a smart pick. That's a smart pick for sure, SS. Um, and yeah, Shahid Afridi definitely gives you a lot. In the middle order, can come in and hit those big sixes. Can also ball. He's a World Cup T20 winner as well with Pakistan. So yeah, a good pick at that. And Mohammad Shami, we all know what he can do with the ball. Uh, Definitely someone we think he missed out in making the recent India squads coming back from the injury.
yeah.
But yeah, a definite
I was
match winner.
actually now since all the cards are on the table, I was actually looking at somebody to counter Hardik Pandya. Can I bring in a medium pacer who can bat well? I was interested in Angelo
Angelo
Matthews
Matthews.
and Thisara Pereira. Thisara Pereira has a better T20I record, but he leaks a lot of runs at 9 RPO or something. And I was like, okay, I don't want him to, he'll not bowl for me, and he's not such a great batter. Angelo Matthews will be batting pretty low unless until I bat him a little
How
higher.
about how about Dasun Shanaka?
Shanaka is good, but doesn't have the body of work to be part of this all-time Asia 11. That's what I thought. So I said, okay, let's not try to counterbalance like to like and let's try to cover some way. It's amazing how we both did not pick Jadeja unless you pick him as the number 12 because he was in my team. He was part of my original list, but I did not how the dynamics of this exercise were going. But yeah, that's my 12 now with Shami as my pick. And I think you have one last pick remaining, AB. You can try to pick someone who can make
Yeah,
you 11 and push somebody out.
yeah. I'm actually thinking about it, and when I think about it, I think Virender Sehwag is not a bad option
I told you.
because yeah, I mean, if I want him to bat, if I want him to open, he can do that for me, and he can also contribute with the ball. So I think my 12th man, I go with Virender Sehwag.
Yeah, nice. He can bowl some off spin for you. You could swap out Tilak Verma and say Jaiswal, please. Can you bat three, or you can just swap out Jaiswal and put Sehwag at the top of the order. I mean, it's amazing team then. Sehwag and Rohit Sharma, that's like
Yeah,
oozing intent.
intent.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. And now it says the interesting picks of captain and vice captain. Who do you go with? So many options here.
So many options. I go with Virat Kohli as my captain. I think I will be happy with that pick. I don't want Afridi to be my captain. That would lead to a lot of fun in the team. Uh, Actually, I will go just to make the combination work better. I will go with KL Rahul as my vice captain, actually, and not Pant or Rizwan. And Rizwan, I will just give him the wicket keeping. Or probably not. I think Pant as a wicket keeper. I think T20 is better. I think Rizwan can just chill in the covers. So Pant as my wicketkeeper.
Interesting. Yeah, solid picks. Virat Kohli as a captain in this team, amazing. You don't have to look anywhere else when you have Kohli in your team for leadership, and Rishabh Pant, he'll always be in the ears of the batters. So him having as the wicket keeper is a good choice, and KL Rahul always cool and composed. So good picks there, SS. For me, again, it's a no-brainer when I have MSD in my team. I don't have to look anywhere else for a captain. So he's my captain, and then of course, who I don't have to look too far away when I have Rohit Sharma in my team as well. So that is my leadership group in Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. And
And
of course,
wicketkeeper, of course,
wicket
is
keeping would be
twin roles for MS as he's always used to.
MST.
There are some really interesting picks that I had written down but never came to it. I was thinking about in terms of spinners, I was looking at Saeed Ajmal and Muthaiya Muralidharan as well. Both of them. Even Murli,
Muralidharan, none of us picked.
none of us
I in
picked.
fact thought after I pick Rashid Khan, you'll be going to Murli.
I was thinking as well, but I think just the amount of push that we feel towards Chinamen and wrist spinners and mystery. I think, yeah, and I think we didn't see the best of Murli in T20 aggregate, to be really honest. So that was the only thing. Saeed Ajmal has a great record, but you have the chucking angle as well. How much, if anything, will come out of it? Those are the two cricketers that came to my mind. I was also thinking about Shadab at one point of time over Hasaranga. He can also make runs, is a leg spinner. But then I felt Hasaranga, I just like him as a pick more than Shadab. But Shadab was an option for me at 8 actually over Hasaranga.
Shadab also kind of fizzled down
Yeah,
right in the last two,
exactly.
3 years.
And both of it did not go with Babar, who is probably going to become the leading run getter at some point of time in T20 cricket. But I think Babar is something that you
If he
contemplated.
gets picked.
Because I think you will go to Rohit and Babar combination would have been interesting, but you went with Jaiswal. That's fair enough as well. Do we want to do coaches as well?
Go ahead.
I will pick Gigi. Gigi and Afridi in one camp. That will be really interesting, but I have Virat to come in the middle. So Gigi, Virat, and Afridi all have history between them. But Gigi has an exceptional record in T20I cricket for India. Very solid. So yeah, I'll go with him.
In my team also, like I'm looking at which coach will get well along with this team. So I have players who are very cool and composed in their temperament, the leadership group,
Yeah.
MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma. And then I have a team of players who are very explosive on field. So Jaiswal, Tilak Verma, Yuvraj Singh, I have Hardik Pandya. So I think to neutralize that and to kind of complement the leadership group, I go with Rahul Dravid as my coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I think I could have gone with Ravi Shastri with Virat Kohli, but I think Gigi has a lot of success so far, and I think they will find a way to work together. So there you have it, guys. That was the fun exercise of drafting an all-time Asia 11 in T20I, precursor to the Asia Cup. That's going to happen in the same format in Asian conditions. A lot of fun doing this exercise. Give your verdict on whose team of 12 do you like more. Both have very interesting picks. We will be publishing a lot of content around Asia Cup, as you would be seeing right now on social media, on our handles, on Reverse Sweep Show, on Instagram and YouTube. We'll continue to publish our weekly episodes going forward. Do check us out. Like, share, and subscribe is the norm. You know the drill. And yeah, we'll be back next weekend with another episode. Till then, bye bye and thank you.